Hi, I'm James, and today's review is First Corps Royal Navy troops. They're in their Second World War range. They're £1.10 each, which is pretty good priced for 25mm figures. There's 6 in the range. I'm reviewing 2 of them. I'm reviewing the first figure, which is the unarmed figure, and then the figure advancing, wearing webbing and carrying 303. Now there's a third figure like this, which is a firing pause, and then there are 3 that are identical but wearing steel helmets. Now I've not gone for them because I wanted them to look different. I wanted them to actually look more like naval personnel, and I think the hat just adds a little bit to that. So the first figure is not wearing webbing and is unarmed. Quite a useful generic figure in that sense. Now I do plan to pick up a few more of these because I intend to modify at least one of them. I'm actually planning to give it a 1928 Thompson with a drum magazine, which it could be carrying in the hand there, and that would actually make it look remarkably like the lead character in the film Went the Day Well, which I have to admit I'm probably going to be gaming out at some point. So that's a fairly nice figure. I'll be using it as the petty officer in charge. And then you have the advancing figure. Now I like this figure. They're not as big as some of the other First Corps figures, like the Home Guard that I've reviewed previously. These are pretty close in size to the bolt action figures. A little bit larger than the Perry, but not hugely so. I'm going to mix some in with the Warlord Royal Naval figures. I'll see how well they mix. They're on order, and I'll be reviewing them in a future video, and then what I'll do is put a comparison with them. Now the figures are wearing the 1908 pattern webbing in musketry order, so no packs, which I think would have spoiled the figure with the naval bib around the neck. So yeah, it's an appropriate choice of webbing. It was used even by infantry in secondary theatres well into the 1941 sort of era, and sort of in second line units probably past that. It had been replaced by the 37 pattern webbing, but obviously that was taking a while to come out. The Navy in particular would not have been high on the sort of the scale of issue for that. So yeah, that's a good choice. The little oddity is they've given them the number 4 Lee Enfield. Now that's recognisable by the slight protrusion at the end of the sight. I would suggest a more appropriate weapon, particularly for the start of the war, which is what these would really be aimed at, is the SMLE, which was the original World War I issue. Now it's a simple conversion. If you basically snip off the little bit past the sight, that's going to look close enough to an SMLE for most people. To be honest, I haven't even bothered. I think they're going to look close enough for my purposes. So they're a nice range of figures. I just wish there were a few more poses. I'm going to pick up some firing ones to go with these, build it up to a stronger section. I'm also going to, as I said, pick up the Warlord ones, and I'm going to combine the two, see how they look. I just wish that they actually did a figure with a Lanchester. That would be fantastic. I might look see if I can pick up a spare MP28 or MP18 and convert it, because in all fairness it was a copy. That would probably work fairly well. And a Lewis gun would be fantastic. I know they're in the Warlord box, but they're not as easy to pick up singly. Once COVID's over and Warlord start doing figures singly, special order, I might well pick some up from there. They're really going to be used early war. They're in the campaign Sea Lion book. However, what I have done is I've actually extended their use a little. There is on the website, which the link is in the description, a set of rules for less experienced naval personnel, because I don't think all of them could be classed as veteran. So hopefully you found that useful. Like I say, that summing it up, they're a nice range of figures, limited in the choice unfortunately, but very useful to add into a warlord section, I would have thought, to split it into two and give you more units. Hopefully you found that useful, and we'll probably see these on the table when I'm using them with my Home Guard army in the future. See you soon for another review.